Study Section 7. Miscellaneous principles administration. Introduction. In the previous study session, you learned about the principles of education administration. Apart from these five principles, there are a number of principles of administration that are useful to administrator in the discharge of their duties. This session will take you through other principles of administration. These are Henry Fayol's first 14 principles of administration, and the Peter principle. In this study session, you will learn about the 14 principles of Henry Fayol, Peter's principle of administration, and the usefulness of administration. Learning outcomes comes for study section 7. At the end of this session, you should be able to explain the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Discuss the usefulness of principles of educational administration. And Fayol for 14 principles of management. And Fayol is acknowledge as the father of administrative management school of thought. It was the first of the administrative theorists in France launched their view concerning the principles of organization and the functions of an administrator. It therefore organized knowledge of management managerial functions. He was the first to break down the functions of management and as planning organizing commanding coordinating and controlling. He also proposed also known as classical principles of management. They are as follows. Hey. Labor. This means workers are given different element of work to do based on specialization. To output. Applicable in the school setting where teachers are saddled with responsibilities on their areas of specialization. When this is done accordingly, it will facilitate in fact, any error committed could be traced easily to a particular worker who handle the task. The required teachers are not employed, it will be difficult to apply division of labor effectively because there will be some subjects that lacking teachers to handle them. B. Authority and responsibility. Authority is the right to command, to get the work done. While responsibility is the accountability of authority, so that the official authority is not misused. C. Discipline. Henry Fayor referred to discipline as outward mark of respect observed in accordance with the employment agreement and organizational rules. These rules and agreements should be clearly defined and understood. In addition, these rules and regulation should be enforced fairly and judiciously. Educational administrators must ensure obedience to established and legitimate authorities from the staff. Some of the means of achieving discipline has enumerated by Atunda and Lamid 2006 include good school management, imbibing of team spirit in schoolwork, judicious use of reward and punishment among others. D. Unity of command. This principle submitted that each member in the organization must receive instructions about assigned task from only one person. Fayol was of the opinion that when an employee reports to more than one superior, conflict in instructions and confusion of authority would result. This could affect achievement of group goals. For example, in a secondary school, a science teacher is expected to receive instruction from the head Department of Science, not from head of department, thereby causing confusion. Unity of direction. This principle states that there should be one head and one plan, and for a group of activities having the same objective. In a secondary school, for example, teachers should be grouped into departments where they belong. That is science, arts, commercial, and social science. Each of these departments is expected to have one plan. A department should not have two heads or two departments sharing one head. Subordination of individual interest to organizational interest. Recall that this was discussed under bureaucratic principle. While the individual interest should be integrated with the organizational interest as much as possible. The interest of the organization must take priority over the interest of an individual or a particular group. Whenever there is a conflict between the two. Assuming a primary school is planning to have inter-house sports on a particular day, and one of the staff is planning to have a birthday ceremony on that day as well. The head teacher should not be personal in shifting inter-house sports because of the birthday party on a staff. If this happens, it will be a precedent in future decision. G. Remuneration. This principle advocates that all workers should be fairly rewarded based on agreement. Payment has to be commensurate with work done. Employees should not be underpaid. If this happens, they get demoralized, which in turn affect their productivity. H. Centralization. Henry Fayol intimated that while some authority should be given to the subordinates to make decisions, all major policy decisions should be made at the top management levels. I. The scalar chain. This principle postulates that communication should follow the former channel in the hierarchy. The line of authority should run in order of rank from the top management to the lowest level in the organization. J. Order. This implies a place for everything and everything in its place. This order requires precise knowledge of human requirements and the resources of the concern, and a constant balance between their requirement and their resources. Thus, the workers and the materials should be in the right place at the right time for maximum efficiency. K. Equity. This explains that educational administrators should be both fair and friendly to the subordinates. Friendliness coupled with justice result into equity. L. Stability of staff. Fayol cautioned that a high employee turnover rate is not good for the efficient functioning of organization. Educational administrators are implored to minimize employee turnover. Tenure and long-term commitment should be encouraged. This will lead to a sense of belonging to the organization, giving rise to dedication and better output. When the school experiences a high turnover rate of teachers, the students' academic work is distorted. This might affect the success rate to such students in the long run. M. Initiatives. This principle enjoins educational administrators to encourage their subordinates to initiate new ideas and carry out their plans, even when some mistakes result. They develop sense of belonging through this, thereby willing to do more. Educational administrators should avoid maintaining the status quo. Their readiness in accommodating subordinate ideas goes a long way in effective achievement of educational goals. N. Esprit de corps. This deals with promotion of team spirit in organization. Educational administrators should work as a team with their subordinates because there is strength in unity. Fayol therefore suggested the use of verbal communication instead of formal written communication whenever necessary. Peter's principle of administration. This principle was formulated by Lawrence Peter and Raymond Hall in 1969. The principle states that every employee in an organization tends to rise to its level of incompetence. They argued further that authorities promote employees who have appropriate skills and ability to perform optimally in one job to a higher position, on the assumption that such employees will automatically perform in such higher positions, but unfortunately this is not so. When such employees get to that higher level, they are unable to perform creditably, and this is why the principle says that an employee tends to rise to his level of incompetence. Usefulness of the principles of educational administration. In our previous discussion on whether administration is an art or science, we concluded that administration is not yet a true science, but it has similar features with science based on application of some set of principles. Also, administration could take the status of both science and art. This implies that despite the possession of innate abilities, a good administrator still requires training to be successful. Therefore, a good knowledge of principles of administration helps the educational administrator in his or her daily activities. The principles are useful in A. Giving insight into the administrative methods. Principles of administration provide educational administrators or educational leaders greater insight into the methods used for getting things done through the efforts of others. Administration is process of accomplishing set objectives with the cooperation of others, and some of these principles emphasize how administrators could relate with subordinates. For example, through humanitarian principles, educational administrators are able to apply human relations and democracy principles to enlist the support of their followers. This stresses that administrators who went through professional training are expected to be better than those who did not have any training in administration. B. Aiding in effective performance of the administrative functions. Through principles of administration, the educational administrators are effectively guided to perform the administrative functions. These include planning, organizing, influencing, controlling, and decision-making. This is so because knowledge of these principles, that is, fundamental, prudential, change, bureaucratic, and humanitarian principles, is required in the performance of these functions. When an educational administrator is making effort to plan for the school system, there is need to take certain decisions which have to be communicated to the subordinates and other stakeholders. The principles of administration involved that are of help to educational administrators are fundamental principle, communication, humanitarian principle, democracy, and bureaucratic principle, impersonality in official matter. You can reflect on the administrative functions performed by the educational administrators vis-a-vis the principles of administration and see usefulness of these principles in the discharge of the administrative functions. C. Providing guidelines to apply in a day-to-day administrative chores. As discussed earlier, principles of administration are not rules that administrators are expected to adopt dogmatically in their administrative chores. However, these principles serve as guidelines which educational leaders might apply in their day-to-day administrative chores. B. Assisting educational administrators to avoid the rule of thumb. In the absence of these principles of administration, educational administrators are tempted to resort to the use of rule of thumb, which has no substance from administrative theory and practice. Trial and error would have been the order of the day in school administration. With these principles, administration is almost reduced to science because administrators could easily preempt outcome of an action or apply relevant principles instead of guesswork. E. Helping the development of subordinate personnel and development management generally. The application of principles of administration encourages the development of subordinates in the educational system. The fundamental principles under delegation of authority admonish administrators to entrust subordinates with some authority to be able to act on their behalf. This aims at developing them for leadership position. In addition, application of democratic principle is another important opportunity for subordinates to grow in the system. In summary, entire administration is enhanced through the application of administrative principles. In fact, continuity in skill administration is allowed through bureaucratic principle of documentation and delegation of authority. Summary for Study Section 7. In this study session, you have learned that 1. Henry Fayol is also known as Father of Administrative Management. 2. These principles are division of labor, authority and responsibility, discipline, unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to organizational interest, remuneration, centralization, the scalar chain, order, equity, stability of staff, initiatives, and esprit de corps. 3. In every organization, an employee tends to rise to his level of incompetence and would be unable to perform creditably. 4. A good knowledge of principles of administration helps the educational administrator in his or her daily activities. 5. The principles are useful in giving insight into the administrative methods, aiding in effective performance of administrative functions, providing guidelines to apply in day-to-day administrative chores, assisting educational administrators to avoid the rule of thumb, and helping the development of subordinate personnel. 6. Educational administrators are cautioned not to allow these principles to become rules. For instance, excessive application of bureaucratic principle could result into red tapeism. This is the end of Study Section 7. Thanks for listening.